I didn't think I was really going to need a sweatshirt today, but when I got outside, it's a little bit brisk. Not bad. Sounds like we picked up over an inch of rain last night. Sounds like a lot of the creeks and stuff, everything's starting to fill up. So we've been getting some very, very nice rains this spring. Around here, most of the guys are getting probably over half done. Some just need a day or two in the field. Now we'd just like to see some good 75 to 81 degree weather and kind of dry things up a little bit so the crops can take off at a good time. Hey, take a look, guys. Don't forget to get on our link down below. You can check out our merch. This is one of the new sweatshirts. Very, very comfortable. I really like it. I think we're gonna jump in the Little Ranger. I wanna run down the road and kind of see what it looks like with last night's rains. They're talking a little bit more rain this afternoon. And I don't know about you, but I take off my glasses and I sit them somewhere and I always like, hey, I sit them here so in 10 minutes when I wanna go find them, and you think if I'd put them in the same spot every time, what did I do with them? One day I hit them so good on myself, I had to run up to the house, get another pair of glasses so I could see my glasses that were, oh, there they are. I have stigmatism or whatever they call it, so things look just a little bit blurrier with my glasses off. I can see pretty good actually, but who am I fooling? I gotta have glasses to be able to like drive to see nice and clear, but I do sometimes run around not driving. But why am I turning the lights off? No, let's run out and check out some crops. Throw the garbage in the garbage. We started having a dumpster brought out here, oh, I don't know, early winter or something like that. We used to always have a burn pile. We got all that cleaned up and off to the landfill, and we figured, you know what, the garbage man runs around, he does a great job. We have a lot of neighbors that use them. It's easier to pay to have our garbage hauled off, and we're not worrying about burning the place down. I gave little Ellie a steak bone this morning, so little Ellie's up there eating her steak bone. I don't think we need the air conditioning on, do we? One thing about these little Rangers, the cabs are so tight, it's better to open the window. Oh, blinkers on, no wonder. Better to open the window and then close the door so you don't have all that suction popping your eardrums. Yeehaw! It always amazes me when you go out here in a no-till field. I think this field was actually chiseled though, but there's still a lot of trash out here. How you can go out there with a planter, plant them seeds and and they grow. I mean, when you look through all that trash, there's a lot of trash there. Kind of see the beans just kind of getting started. I'd walk out there, but it's pretty wet. I can see some little heads just starting to pop through the dirt too. Going away, kind of the rain we've been getting, it's been, yes, keeping things a little wet, so we can't get in the field much. But the nice thing is the crops that are planted, sometimes you always worry, like, get a little rain and then it quits and you get that crust on top. You worry about the top layer, maybe a ½ inch thick of hard concrete. And if you get a nice little rain, it softens it up. These beans can shoot their heads out. So in the next week, these little guys should be growing fast. We get some good heat, they'll be shooting out. You can see there's a lot of corn stalks in this field yet. I'll be honest, when Cooper was talking about buying one of these little Rangers in John Deere, we had a John Deere one out here for a little while too, test driving it. You kind of like, oh man, are we gonna use it? It's a lot of money. But like now, it's something when you can run around, check out fields. We just got almost 1.5 inches of rain. You're not even leaving a track out here. I am on grass, but you wouldn't be taking the pickup out here and doing this. And you can just zip around, and like this one, it's got a cab, it's got air conditioning, it's got good heat, it's got a nice radio. Cooper, he even put the more insulation in it, took everything apart, soundproof it a little more. Makes it really nice for running around. This one's got blinkers, it's got mirrors, he's got a spraying system in the back. A guy will be able to use it for a lot of things, so Cooper's gonna get some good use out of this little machine. I ran Cooper's little Ranger around checking some of the fields this morning, going up and down the gravel roads with a sloppy. I'm like, you know what? I made his Ranger all dirty. When you borrow stuff like this, it's always nice to clean it back up. So they're happy, like, hey, Dad borrowed my little Ranger. When it came back, it was in better clean condition than when he took it. Hey, Ellie. You're grounded. Go up to the house. You're grounded. That means no candy today. Well, Ellie doesn't eat candy anyhow. But you can't be running at the hose. Hey, I see you coming up behind me. Don't even try it. I don't want her to get in a habit of chasing stuff. Otherwise she'll think it's a fun game and want to chase vehicles and stuff. Why is it always something? Another reason I want to clean the machine so when we park it in our shop, it don't start losing a bunch of mud. If I can find a new wand, well, replace that. Little Miss Ellie over here, when we're washing and doing different things like brooming and stuff, it's their nature thinking they got to herd that object because they're kind of used on a lot of cattle farms, different things like that, that they like livestock. They like trying to herd things. So we try to really hard, like when she's chasing the hoses and things, or we try to make her go lay down or something so she knows that isn't a habit that we want. So like now, when she's told to go lay down, she lays down and looks around and she's investigating. Yesterday, she found a herd of birds kind of walking around the yard. She thought she'd be sneaky and sneak up on them. I wish I got it on video, but as she's sneaking up on them, the other birds come up behind her and they start like diving at her. She didn't know what to think of that for a little bit, but then she thought it was a game. Hi, Ellie. Hi, girl. How are you, buddy? How are you, girl? Since we got the rain last night, I thought it'd probably take a few minutes. Go through the toolbox a little bit here. This is our portable toolbox, one of them that we can put in the back of a truck when we're out in the field. So if we got a little work or some little maintenance we need to do when we're out there, we can just open up these toolboxes. Use it a lot more than I ever thought. Cooper's got, I think, one, and then we got this one. When he first got them, I'm like, we'll never use them. It's used all the time now, so I'm just kind of going through it, making sure everything's in snuff. And then doing inventory. I know the boys are using a few tools around here, but things get kind of, you know, when you touch them and you're in the field, just kind of cleaning things up. So that's what I'm doing right now. And I just thought I seen a 9/16. Where is that? There is a 9/16 there. So this one must go in Cooper's truck. I tell you what, guys, this is what you call service. We needed fuel for our little fuel barrel. Well, it ain't little, I guess, but and put fuel in the trailer sitting in the shed. That's what you call quality. We try to get the fuel after midnight because it's a lot cheaper, but they keep these trucks locked up so good, it's just hard to get in there with a garden hose to suck 990 gallons in a trailer. So what Tim, our fuel man, does, he puts fuel in our trailer and then he puts the bill on the neighbor. Well, what we got going on right now, Zach and Cooper, they got the 24-row planter outside here. They want to try to blow off a bunch of the dust, dirt, try to get it clean that way, and then run the power washer across it so we're not making mud out of dust that's just sitting there on things. Maybe some bags there, Zach, or is he going to let her down lower? Not very long. I got her, Zach. These are heavy old bags. Sometimes when you pull in equipment, you wonder how so much dirt gets on the ground. So we're going to kind of broom it up before they bring the planter back in, and hopefully it looks like some rain coming, and we're hoping we can get the planter all power washed off before it starts to rain, and then it can come in to dry. You know, I said the rain was coming soon. The rain came, but I don't think it's going to last too long, this first batch, guys. If you can see the rain out there or not. Rain, rain. At least we've not been getting saturated, but it's getting time to let it dry up for a little bit, and then a couple weeks from now, then a nice another few inches of rain. I was going to go out and start power washing the planter, and I opened the door and it's still sprinkling out there. It's coming down better than a sprinkle, but ooh, look at this. Cooper cleaned out Mr. Sid Dillon today. It looks nice. Wow, I like it, I like it. Trailer's nice and clean. I was glad some of this stuff to have it inside, get it out of the weather. We always try to keep this stuff in, keep it out of the weather when we're not using it. But then another big part is too, like right now, there's been storms around. What if some hail comes along? We don't want that kind of stuff to get a bunch of hail dents on it. As long as we've got the room to get it in, it is very, very nice to put it inside and keep it well protected. I think it'd probably be a good time to call her a night, hang up the old hat. Hey, talking hat, oh, I thought I had my headphones on. I'm like, I'm probably yelling at you guys, and you're probably like, geez, we can hear you. You don't have to yell at us. But I think we're probably in a pretty good time here, guys. Just call it a night. Go in and see the family. Thank you for watching today's video. Let's call her quits. And hey, I hope you guys like the new merch and everything. Let's call it a night.